Welcome to another edition of Pet Pals TV, and as you can see, Mabel's here. Stewie is chewing on something in the corner. We'll see him a little later. And we have Dr. Sally Irvin is here, and Dr. Sally founded ICANN, and now, which is with the program where the folks incarcerated, the women, train service dogs, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, and you also are on a national board. What is that?
I serve on the National Board of Assistance Dogs International,
Okay.
and that is the standard-setting accrediting body for nonprofit service dog providers.
All right. Now, this has been in the news lately, and it's come to my attention, and even some folks that I know are masquerading, impersonating a dog that is a pet as their service dog. And the theory is it doesn't harm anybody. I don't think we can tell people enough. It does harm. It does harm the people who really need a service dog. Explain.
Absolutely. As the increase of use of service dogs has grown, which is great for the people with legitimate disabilities,
Right.
where the tasks that the dog performs can be really helpful, has been great. There's also been an increased use of people saying, I just want to get my pet on a plane or go with me to a restaurant, and I can get a hold of a service dog vest, and my dog's pretty well behaved, and who am I hurting? The answer is they're hurting all the people who legitimately need a service dog.
Okay.
Because the standards are set, by Assistance Dogs International, and the standards are also set by the Americans with Disabilities Act. So the Americans with Disabilities Act gives the permission to the person with a disability to have a service dog. But that service dog has to meet some incredible requirements. They have to be task trained in behaviors that mitigate that person's disability.
They need to perform a task for the human.
Exactly.
They're not just not just cute.
They're not just cute. They're not just emotional support. They're not just
That's a tricky area
confidence
too.
builder.
Okay.
You know, and so then with the Americans with Disabilities Act, they've really started to identify some of the behaviors they want the dog to have when they're out in public. So these dogs should almost be invisible in terms of their behavior. So if we're sitting at a table or we're at a restaurant and a dog comes in as a service dog, you should barely notice it's there.
They go under the table and lie down.
And lie down. They don't solicit attention. They don't get up and down. They don't bark. They don't whine.
There are two things you can ask a person who has what looks to be a service dog,
Right.
and those two things are.
Is that a service dog?
Yes.
And what tasks has that dog been trained to do?
But you can't ask the person what their disability
Correct,
is.
you cannot.
Okay.
But the person should be able to answer, this dog has been trained to assist me by picking something up. This dog has been trained to provide a nudge if I'm diabetic who's going low. This dog will alert and provide a cue to me. So again, there has to be a specific task
that they're trained to do. I could say, though, I could buy online a vest for her that says service dog for emotional support and probably get away with it. Now, I won't do that because I know it's wrong to do it. Let me take this side. I think most people don't know, and they say, I'm not hurting anybody, and I can order it online.
Bye,
there
Mabel.
goes a squirrel. I can order it online, so who am I? So it's not illegal. Why not do it?
It actually is illegal.
It is illegal.
If you are portraying yourself as having a disability, and you do not, and you're portraying the dog as a service dog, and it is not. In many states, it is a misdemeanor. Okay. And in a couple of states, there's some legislation going on about making it a felony. In fact, the ADA has come out and done a very nice job, the Americans with Disabilities Act, in saying that if a dog is indeed a service dog, when it's out in public, meeting all the behavioral criteria, it needs to have 4 feet on the floor.
4 feet.
So it should not be carried, it should not be put, absolutely never put in a grocery shopping cart, but again, or a stroller. It is a service dog, 4 feet on the floor, and particular behaviors it needs to perform.
If I see somebody and I suspect they don't have a service dog, should I say something?
You know, it would be great if we all did, and I know that most of us don't like conflict.
No.
And so, you know, if you see a dog that's out there with a person out in public with a service dog vest on
in a store
and they're acting up, or they're not well groomed or whatever, yes, it would be nice to be able to ask them, hi, is that a service dog?
And do you know
Right.
that what you're doing is maybe not illegal, but certainly unethical?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, we have often said, like you do, just because you can do things, it sure doesn't mean you should.
It would be nice if if you see a service dog vest for sale online, don't buy it. It's not.
Thank you.
It's not a good thing. Stewie, this is your bad side.
Here, bring your good side
Turn
around,
turn
Stewie.
around.
There you go.
And we'll see. Maybe he can even be a canine good citizen. We'll start
He
at that
will
when he
be.
grows up. Right now, just a puppy. So, Dr. Sally Irvin, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Please
It's
keep
an
us
important
updated.
issue. Thanks for following it, Patty.
Okay, and
Hi, big boy.
not a service dog.
not-
Oh,
But he's going to be a great canine good citizen.